You are a useless person who can't even hold a gun steadily. But it was the strongest assassin organization in the world, recognized as the ultimate #1 murder king. Just because you are born with a bursting fortune, every assassination mission you undertake, the target will definitely die unexpectedly the next day. Even though you always try your best to explain to the organization, this is not what you did, but they not only didn't believe, I even considered you as the secret weapon of the organization, a task that no other assassin can accomplish. All have been arranged for you. And all of this begins with your accidental crossing over to this parallel world. Your identity here is a Longwei national residing in an island country, or a bank card with a balance of only 2 digits, and an orphan whose parents have both passed away. So in a cornered situation, you ventured to become an assassin. But it's a pity. Your previous life was just as a black iron killer with no assassination experience. So it's no surprise. You are on your first mission. Was killed by the task target. While you were sorting through your past memories, a message sent to you by someone from the shore. The new arrival, your time is running out. If you can't do it, just quit quietly. This task can be done by other killers. Obviously he doesn't know that you have already carried out a task in your previous life, and was killed by the mission target. However, you chose to ignore this message directly. How dangerous is the profession of a killer? You don't want to suffer the same fate as the original host. And your soul is thoroughly a Dragon Nation person. To be a good citizen. But the genes engraved in your bones. Result, you were just about to scroll away the information. The person on the shore sent another message. But as your guide, I still hope you can make an effort. Black Iron Killer anti-Japanese activist. You wouldn't want this 5 million reward to be distributed to others, would you? You look at the popped-up text message. Subconsciously the quintessence of the nation blurted out. I went so much. This is a bounty of 5 million yuan. You're starting to understand a bit now. Why did the original host choose to become an assassin? This is too damn fast to get money. Seeing the situation, you suddenly slapped your thigh. This order is done. It doesn't matter whether it's profitable or not. I mainly want to fight some islanders. So you quickly took action. According to the information provided by the contact person, come to the place where the target often frequents an ambush and wait in ambush. Not long after, you will see a black Bentley, parked in front of a high-end brothel. Several bodyguards got off the car at the same time, guarded with great care and attention. A middle-aged man with a crew cut got off the car. And this middle-aged man is your mission target. Panasonic Dang Dang, a domineering and arrogant leader of a small gang of hooligans. Panasonic's head got off the car cursing and grumbling. Why are you all so nervous? Go go go. Don't spoil my fun. The head bodyguard around me is indeed very responsible. I couldn't help but remind you. Brother, be careful. Last time wasn't there a scheming fellow who wanted to assassinate you? Upon hearing this, the head of Panasonic burst out laughing without any hesitation. What's there to be afraid of? Didn't I already kill the guy who came last time? Besides, isn't that what I hired you for? Keep a good watch here for me. As ordered, big brother. The bodyguards wearing black sunglasses skillfully scattered in different directions. Seemingly loose. Actually, both the front and back doors of this brothel were included in the scope of surveillance. Then I saw several charming girls came out of the custom shop. Laughing, he welcomed Matsushita Daitu inside. You put down the telescope and looked at the time. I found that this guy came here at this spot last time as well. It seems that the person who once assassinated him has died, and became even more relaxed in their vigilance. Very good. The enemy is in the open while you are in the dark. This is an advantage for you. In 3 minutes, Panasonic Dan Gang walked out of the custom shop dragging his weary body. The bodyguards quickly helped him to the back seat of the car, immediately prepared to drive away. You who are crouching and waiting in the shadows observed the situation. Also hurriedly got on the electric bike to catch up. The head bodyguard who was driving took a glance at the rearview mirror. Suddenly he shouted to remind Panasonic's head. Boss, it seems someone is following us. Result, Panasonic's chief executive only took a glance at the rearview mirror of the car. I was instantly so frightened that I wet myself. Isn't this his mother, the guy who came to kill me last time? Why isn't this guy dead? I personally sent this guy away back then. How could this guy still appear in front of him? Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Panasonic Dang still thought he was hallucinating. Rubbed my eyes and looked again. At this moment you on the electric bike are also looking over towards this direction. Eye contact. Panasonic's CEO was shocked on the spot. I took a deep breath of cold air. Could it be that the previous incident was just a diversion? This time is the real assassination. No, I can't die here. Panasonic's big bet has at least muddled through. Even if the situation is urgent at the moment, he was able to calm down immediately. This guy is driving an electric car. How can you possibly catch up with my Bentley? Drive faster for me. Dump that guy. I absolutely cannot just die like this. And at this moment you find yourself having looked directly at the mission objective. Also a group of people panicked. It's over, it's over. Barbie is Q. It was discovered again. I even deliberately kept a distance of several cars from this guy. How did I get discovered so quickly? It seems that being an assassin is not so easy. Just when you are filled with remorse, the Bentley in front suddenly accelerated. Rushed out suddenly. Collided with a dump truck on the left side of the intersection ahead. With a loud boom. I could only see the Bentley spinning and flying away after being hit. This sudden scene stunned you. What's going on? What is this Bentley doing? But soon you regained your composure amidst a shocked expression. Wait, if this guy dies in an accident, does his bounty still count? At this moment your emotions are very complex. As an assassin, your first mission objective is dead. But it wasn't you who killed him. After returning home, you sigh. While using your phone to find a job that suits you, it's obvious that the profession of a killer is not suitable for you. If all else fails you could just become a male model. But at this moment, you suddenly received a bank remittance text message. Received a remittance of 5 million yuan from an anonymous account. You were stunned for a moment before realizing, this can't be the bounty for the mission, right? You even find it hard to believe. Until I saw a message sent by someone on the other side of the shore. Congratulations, Mr. Anti-Japanese activist, on completing the task. The reward has been remitted. Please find attached. Ha ha ha. Completed. Is being a killer really this easy? 5 million is easily manageable. Do you still need to do other work? Be a killer. Just pick up a few orders and you'll reach the pinnacle of your life, right? Anyway, I need to find a job. It's better to just keep going like this. After all, one loves the job he does. Meanwhile, several elders of the assassin organization are discussing. I heard that a remarkable newcomer has joined the organization. Yes, I heard about it too. That guy must have killed all the people in the car, including the bodyguards, right? Not a single trace was left behind. The newcomers nowadays are really fierce. And you who successfully received 5 million. The first thing I did was walk into the largest brothel in the island country. Because you have longed for this place for a long time. But you walked in with your chest puffed out. But when he came out he did so by leaning on the wall. Although you have achieved great sublimation psychologically. But physically it's clear that I can't withstand it yet. You look at your legs that are still feeling weak. Can't help but sigh. A strong young woman will support a weak young man. The legendary island country's custom shop is indeed terrifying. After being carefree for half a month, you have once again received a message from someone on the shore. Truly impressive anti-Japanese activists. Panasonic's current situation has been handled quite well by you. Even those old men who look down on others with their noses. Everyone is full of praise for you. Recently many interesting tasks have been refreshed on the dark web. If you have had enough rest you can give it a try. Read the message sent by an Aaron. You lazily crawled out of bed. Open the computer and log in to the killer's internal network. Indeed, many tasks have been updated on the top. However, the tasks of assassins are also categorized into different levels. Below a bounty of 10 million is a black iron task. 10 million to 20 million is a bronze task. What about black iron and bronze is not within your consideration for the time being. Getting money is the king's way. Soon you found a suitable task on it. Task target, Sujibwa. The last location where it appeared was Narita town. The mission requires that no survivors be left. The reward for the task is 6 million. After selection, you click to view the specific information of this task. In the photo, Sujibwa with his delicate skin and tender flesh is dressed in a full set of designer clothes. I am currently conversing with a person who is dressed in extremely luxurious attire. The elegant ladies embraced each other intimately. Fact. You hate this the most in your life. relying on her somewhat attractive appearance. The guy who is taken care of by a rich woman without working. Why isn't it you who is taken care of by a wealthy woman? Why can't you get such a good thing? This guy really deserves to die. No wonder someone wants to assassinate this guy. Just today it's up to you to act on behalf of heaven. So after you have eaten and drunk your fill, directly arrived at the cafe where Su Jibo was last seen. Sure enough, not long after, Su Jibo and his keeper lady appeared on the street. The lady held Su Jibo's hand and smiled happily. The keeper is happy. Su Jibo is also happy. He also touched the lady's head and said affectionately, "My dear goddess, you look really cute when you smile." The lady blushed. With a left hand adorned with a fully diamond-encrusted watch worth a villa, Sulky poked Su Jibo. "Hate! What nonsense are you spouting in front of such a large crowd? You feel a heartache watching this scene from behind the window. 100 kinds of ideas have instantly emerged in my mind. The way to make this guy die. Fact. After completing this task, you must wash your eyes well." After a moment of intimacy as if no one else were around, he walked over towards you. Seeing this situation, you, fiercely gripping the dagger in his hand. Originally you planned to take action when this guy was alone at night. Now when I think about it, using just a dagger is too easy for this guy. But as a professional killer, your assassination methods are certainly not limited to weapons. You also prepared a small packet of poison. Portable. Very fast effect. At this moment Su Jibo wore a smile on his face, thinking he looked handsome. Holding the hand of a wealthy lady, we sat down nearby. "Let's sit here, goddess." The wealthy lady was clearly completely captivated by Su Jibo, almost infatuatedly looking at him. "Honey, it seems like we haven't visited this shop before." Su Jibo orders expensive dishes. While watching the wealthy woman in front of him, he listened intently as she spoke with deep emotion. "Of course, in that case. Is there one more thing in this world? What about the beautiful memories that belong to us?" Your jaw clenches as you witness this scene. The broadsword in hand is already restless with hunger and thirst. Perish. But fortunately you weren't tortured for too long. The dishes they ordered were served. Su Jibo finally had something new to do with his mouth. "Your assassination plan is quite straightforward. Just pretend to pass by the two people who are eating, then under the cover of his sleeves, put the small pill into Su Jibo's drink. Anyway, since these two guys are engrossed in talking about love, a pair that doesn't care about the surrounding environment at all, I'm afraid even if you spit in this guy's cup, you can't find it right. However, just when you have identified the right moment, when I got up and prepared to start, 1 second ago you were still a little birdie clinging to a person." The rich woman snuggled in Su Jibo's arms. His expression suddenly turned panicked. Honey, what's wrong with you?" I see Su Jibo sitting next to the wealthy woman at this moment. His face turned red. Both hands instinctively clenched around his neck. An expression of wanting to say something but being unable to utter it. Rich women are all crazy. Go to help Su Jibo with a face full of fear. "Honey, don't scare me." And you who were ready to act beside him were also taken aback. "What's going on here? You haven't even started yet. How did you even anticipate it?" The next moment Su Jibo suddenly fell to the ground. His face had already turned from red to a bluish purple. The body twisted on the ground in even more pain. This commotion has been quite significant recently, attracting other customers in the restaurant. Just watched without understanding. This guy must have choked on rice cakes. Looking at Su Jibo writhing crazily on the ground, a great opportunity suddenly appeared in front of me. You instantly reacted. If we quietly sneak up and make a final cut now, is it possible to directly complete the assassination task? Meanwhile, realizing that Su Jibo died because he swallowed rice cakes, after being choked, the rich woman suddenly stood up. "Honey, you must hold on. Sister is here to save you." However, the rich woman just took a step forward. High heels instantly stepped on the rice cakes that had fallen from the table. The rich woman suddenly slipped and bumped into the dining table. The dining table instantly collapsed. It hit Su Jibo's back of the head with a bang. Su Jibo's eyes rolled up and he completely lost vitality. Seeing this scene, you feel numb all over. Fact. Your second mission target also died mysteriously. Result, you returned home with a look of confusion. You have received a large amount of information sent to you by people on the shore. Ha ha ha. Anti-Japanese activists, you indeed did not disappoint us. I actually thought of using rice cakes to choke that guy to death. It really makes us look at you with new eyes. You look at the screen. Everyone can feel the excitement and impatience of the people on the shore. After careful consideration, you still decide to tell the truth. Actually, this is just an accident, right? I didn't do anything. The people on the shore replied very quickly. Oh, I understand. Of course it was an accident. After all, is that what the news is reporting? The reward has been remitted, by the way. Please check and confirm receipt. Meanwhile, in a dimly lit private room, the elders of the assassin organization gathered together again to discuss. Is it the rice cake murder case? This is really something new. In our country. I'm afraid there is no more normal death incident than this one. I heard that the kid is also a Chinese. I see. Could this be the mysterious power from the East? At this moment the man sitting in the center spoke up, interrupting the discussion of others. It's too early to say that now. After all, a killer only has one chance to fail, but this guy called an anti-Japanese activist. The technique is indeed skillful and mature. The strength is probably far more than that of black iron. The tasks completed so far are too few. After he accumulates several tasks, just give him an assessment task to improve his level. So after the meeting ended, Kish and I people discussed the matter of upgrading the killer's level. I've explained it to you once. In general, there are many tasks to be done. Raise the level of the killer. The reward is also quite substantial. You can guide the lost girl wherever you want at that time. You can have as many as you want. The information from the people on the shore is like a thunderbolt that shocks the heavens, exploding in your heart. Damn! Which man can resist such temptation? Send me the task immediately. I want to have sex with 10 girls at once. No, it's a task. Soon the people on the shore were well prepared. I have sent you several task messages. The difficulty levels of tasks vary from high to low, and the corresponding rewards are also vastly different. You haven't even given it a thought. Directly chose a task with the highest bounty. Target, the last location where Korbajiro appeared. Tiangong Ting. The mission requires that no survivors be left. The reward for the task is 7 million. Of course, besides the basic task information released on the killer's internal network. People from the shore will also provide many details. This guy with the highest bounty is a typical rich second generation. I really enjoy driving fast in my free time. There's a private drag race taking place at Akina Mountain this afternoon. If we could tamper with this guy's car, let this guy crash and die during the race. Such an accident should be quite reasonable, right? Just do it. You skillfully prepared a bunch of disassembly tools. Arrived at the 4S shop for repairing the Corberu sports car. You quickly changed into the temporarily purchased uniform of a maintenance worker. Walking with a swagger, he arrived at the garage dedicated to car maintenance. Soon you found Corbajiro's limited edition Ferrari. But you are still one step late, because this Ferrari has been repaired by the mechanics. When you are filled with melancholy and don't know what to do, a person wearing toed glasses, wearing clothes that are obviously very expensive, but a seemingly rustic and unrefined fellow appeared in everyone's field of vision. Korbajiro took off the frog glasses on his face, casually shouted towards the maintenance worker. Master, has my car been repaired? Several maintenance workers saw Korbajiro. Her face suddenly lit up with a smile. Of course it's fixed. This repair will definitely not disappoint you. Ensure that you will be empowered and invigorated in the afternoon competition. And Korbajiro was also flattered. Seeing the restored Ferrari in front of me, the expression on his face was also very happy. This time I am certain that I will come first in the competition. After saying that, Korbajiro took out a few large bills from his wallet. He generously handed it to the boss of the maintenance crew. Then he skillfully started the Ferrari. Suddenly the accelerator was pressed down and the car sped away. And you, who witnessed the whole process from the side, looking at the Ferrari that was gradually disappearing from view in front of me, a word slowly emerged from within. Holy crap! This trip was a waste of time. But right at this moment, the topic of the mechanic's casual conversation caught your attention. It seems like we haven't repaired the Ferrari for quite some time, have we? Haha, I almost forgot. How to repair a high-end sports car like Ferrari. Oh, isn't it? My hands were shaking when I was twisting the controller. What controller? You've twisted the controller, haven't you? Don't screw the controller. Do you still need to screw the screws? Aren't you tightening the screws? Aren't we repairing the sensor this time? You standing at the back ready to leave. I was stunned when I heard these words. Are these guys really repairmen? Immediately after you saw these maintenance workers bow their heads, touched it in the pocket of his clothes. Suddenly a large pile of parts was pulled out. Screw for securing the shift lever handle. Screws for securing seats. I don't know where the metal pipe and other things were unloaded from the car. Even there is a section of brake line. Even if you are a fool, it can be seen that these are all parts of a car. The car repairmen were all dumbfounded. You look at me, I look at you. We're screwed. Our shop is going to perish along with Kobe. Call now. The repair garage has become a complete mess. This gave the person next to you a look of shock. These guys can't be my peers, right? If I buy a car in the future, absolutely cannot come here for maintenance. So you silently slipped out of the 4S shop. Just pretend that everything never happened. At this moment on the highway of Akina Mountain, a large crowd of spectators gathered on both sides of the wide road. A black and white starting line was drawn in the middle. Huge racing banners and posters were erected around the area. The roar of engines echoes continuously along the entire road. All sports cars are now in position. With the sudden sound of the signal gun, Corbuggio's Ferrari suddenly accelerated and shot out, leaving the second place far behind. Corbuggio looked into the rearview mirror. Let alone other sports cars. Even the second place GTR can only be seen from the front. Other sports cars were nowhere to be seen. Seeing the situation, Corbuggio was in an extremely good mood. Ha ha. Indeed, the feeling after repairing is different. Excluding the significantly ahead Ferrari, there is little difference between the other sports cars that lag behind. You chase after me and our speeds are barely on par. And looking at that high-profile and eye-catching red Ferrari, several other wealthy young men couldn't help but start to marvel at how handsome he was. Wait until the game ends. I need to go find Corbuggio and have a good discussion with him, see if he can lend me his Ferrari to drive. Forget it. That is someone's beloved car. The cost of the modification alone amounted to nearly 10 million. That is absolutely impossible to lend out. But at this time, as the party involved Corbuggio, Mingming has already firmly secured the first place. But his expression was not as excited as before. Even the expression looks uglier than crying. Oh my God, help. Ferrari. Corbuggio gripped the steering wheel tightly with both hands. Cries like those of a pig being slaughtered echoed from his mouth. Originally he saw that he was too far ahead of the guys behind him. I also want to slow down and mock those losers behind me. Who knows, no matter how he steps on the brake, the speed of this car has not decreased. Instead, it's getting faster and faster. You should know that this is on a mountain road. Several curves are located on the cliff. There is only a thin layer of railings around. Brake! Brake for me! Help! Corbuggio's eyes are about to tear apart. The scenery on both sides of the road. In the corner of my eye it flashed into a mosaic. But his eyes were fixed firmly ahead. Dare not deviate from the slightest degree. And at this time, a strong urge for survival surged up. Even the aggressive Corbuggio finally calmed down a bit. Right the handbrake. Just hold the handbrake. The car will stop. Corbuggio took a deep breath suddenly. It's like cheering myself up. Pull the handbrake suddenly. The next moment a loud crack was heard. The handbrake, which was directly connected to the handle and base, was pulled out by him. Pulling radishes from my grandfather's farmland back home never felt so smooth and satisfying. Corbuggio was stunned. Where is the screw of the handbrake? Where is the screw of the handbrake of lousy? Help! His mother, those repairmen, they all deserve to die. But now no matter how much I scold, it's useless. Because in the vision of Corbuggio, the cliff has appeared at the end. Turn quickly when turning. Corbuggio was nearly frightened out of his wits. Throw away that handbrake. Both hands slammed on the steering wheel. However, reality seemed to be mercilessly mocking Corbuggio. After the heroic sacrifice of the handbrake, the steering wheel is no less impressive. Instantly it broke away from the pillar and flew out directly. In the next second a loud clash was heard. Ferrari bravely crashed through the guardrail, plunged down the cliff accompanied by the screams of Corbuggio. Meanwhile on the other side, you are on your way home from the 4S shop. Suddenly I received a call from someone on the shore. You look at the note on your phone and are left in a state of confusion. Didn't this guy always send messages before? Why did you choose to call this time? Is it because you haven't completed your task? Come to punish us, right? You reluctantly answered the phone. Surely they won't deduct money just because the task hasn't been completed, right? However, who knew that as soon as the phone was connected? The excited voice of the person on the shore came from the opposite side. Ha ha ha. Anti-Japanese activists, you are truly amazing. I have been a member of the ANA people for so long. It's the first time I've seen someone handle a task so smoothly. Elegant, truly elegant. It's truly a perfect assassination, anti-Japanese activists. You are simply a rising star in our assassin community. You are numb when you hear this. What the hell is going on here? How can this be considered as completing the task? This guy can't have contacted the wrong killer, right? However, the person on the other end of the phone. Not only did I not notice anything amiss about you, the more he talked the more enthusiastic he became. There's no need to act between us. You want to blame this accident on those maintenance workers, right? Truly remarkable, the anti-Japanese activists. As your inshore person, I'm almost embarrassed. Result, you hung up the phone before the person on the other side finished speaking. What on earth is going on here? Surprisingly, I completed the task again inexplicably. And what shocks you the most is, the person on this side is actually a girl. The amount of information conveyed in a single phone call is simply overwhelming. The CPU of your brain is about to burn out. But soon the biggest doubt in your heart was answered. One video pop-up after another jumped out on the phone. In the center of the screen stands a sports car emitting thick black smoke. You see through at a glance. This one has been hit and deformed. A sports car that has been burned beyond recognition. It was Corbatslang's Ferrari. At this moment your phone received another cold sum of 7 million yuan, rounding down to the nearest whole number. You made so much money without doing anything. Haha, as expected. When a freelancer like a killer. It's much more relaxing and enjoyable than being a 996 office worker in the company. You look at the balance in your bank. I completed 2 tasks before. Earned a total of exactly 11 million. However, if we include the money you spent on having fun at the brothel in the middle, and other miscellaneous living expenses, there are still about 7 million left. Now add this 7 million. The card already has 14 million. It's impossible to spend all of it. It is said that people are happiest when they are counting money. Now you can truly appreciate it. I can go to the brothel and spend a lot of money again tonight. Meanwhile, in a law firm that appears unremarkable at first glance, the leader of the assassin organization, Xiao Yuansa, sitting on the only boss chair. Satisfied, he said to the elders of several organizations, this time it was a car accident. That guy is really adaptable. I have said it before. His strength is far from as simple as we see. After all, it's going to cause such a car accident. This guy must have done a very thorough investigation beforehand. I know that 4S shop like the back of my hand. So handy. Plan out such a series of accidents. This guy is called an anti-Japanese activist. Sure enough, he was born to do this job. Xiao Yuancha couldn't help but stroke his chin with satisfaction. I really didn't expect that. Recently their assassin organization has truly been producing talents in abundance. Of course he as the leader also had to ponder it carefully. Assign some tasks to that guy. Let his killer level rise as soon as possible. Several elders heard. Suddenly they subconsciously exchanged several glances. President, do you mean? Xiao Yuancha nodded and spoke. Listen to what that girlish US said. This is already the 3rd task assigned to the anti-Japanese activists. It's time to assign him other tasks. That guy's level shouldn't be in black iron. After the meeting ended, the person from the shore called you immediately. The assassin task specially approved by the President Xiao Yuancha has been sent to you. The mission objective is to ferret out the undercover agents within the organization. The mission requires that no survivors be left. After completing this task, the killer level will automatically increase by 1 level. From the information displayed, this undercover agent is named Unlucky Guy. The means are extremely cruel. Currently dozens of silver-tier assassins within the organization have met their demise at his hands. After seeing the task information on the phone, you directly choose to quit. You are clearly just a black iron killer now. Why bother dealing with someone who can't even defeat a silver-tier assassin? Moreover, you are currently quite comfortable in the black iron tier. Solo with this murderer. Forget it. Whoever wants to go, let them go. Moreover, you plan to go to the brothel to spend heavily at night. Even if the heavenly king himself came, he couldn't stop it. So you leisurely finish your dinner, just smiling and ready to go out and have fun. I haven't taken this task to heart at all. But what you don't know is, all your behaviors, all of it fell into an extremely concealed telescope. A man with an ordinary appearance but a gloomy gaze slowly put down the telescope in his hand. The corners of his mouth curled up and he let out a cold snort of disdain. He, this rumored best newcomer killer. Why does she seem so unintelligent? True killer. Can one frequently enter and exit the same place using the same identity? Moreover, it's a place like a brothel where all kinds of people gather. And this person is the unlucky target you have set for yourself this time. Because the unlucky person is still considered a member of the assassin organization. I have a basic understanding of the recent developments in the organization. He knows you are a newcomer killer. Recently I have accomplished many tasks with superb skills. Initially he didn't really care. Anyway, he's not from the mainland. The novice won't be led by him. Until he found out. You've been frequenting his neighborhood recently. This scared him badly. I thought I had been discovered by the organization. Specially sent you here to silence me. Who knows, after observing these days, you're not playing games in the room. That is to go to the brothel and spend heavily. This is indeed a killer. Is that guy Xiao Yuancha crazy? Actually, I have high praise for a guy like you. TSK, it seems like this assassin organization is really going to end up in the gutter. Although I feel that it is completely unnecessary. But the unlucky person acts as an undercover agent. I reported this information to the team. The contact of the unlucky person quickly replied. Do not take it lightly. Haven't you heard of a saying in Dragon Nation? The real experts all seem to be careless and unconcerned. What if this guy is sent by the assassin organization to assassinate you? Handle with care. Do not reveal your identity. The unlucky guy sneered instantly. I have already thought of a solution in my heart. Isn't it just a newcomer killer? Just kill them, won't that be easier? Until the next morning. You just walked out of the brothel drunk. From the dense red marks on your neck. The battle last night must have been quite intense. Result, you finally make it to your doorstep after a lot of effort. The right hand was holding the key with a trembling grip. I found that the keyhole was like a folded dodge. You can't insert it no matter how you try. This scene made even the unlucky ones anxious. I even want to rush over and open the door for you. Finally, I see you open the door. Entered the house in a crooked and unsteady manner. Result, you haven't taken 2 steps yet. Just a sudden stumble. I tripped over a wooden board that was intended to reinforce the table leg. Meanwhile, a cold metallic sound rings in your ear. You look up. Only 2 sharp forks and knives were seen, staring straight at the wooden floor beside your neck. Seeing this, you instantly sobered up by half. He jumped up from the ground. Damn. If it were a bit more off. You must be feeling pretty cool about yourself, right? But tonight your head hurts a lot. Decided to deal with this matter tomorrow. So you pulled the knife out of the ground. It was thrown back onto the table. I went to bed in a daze. The unlucky person who saw this scene decided to act immediately. This is the strongest newcomer. If the assassin organization still intends to send such a person to kill him, it's simply an insult to him. And what you all don't know is, to figure out by what means you accomplished the task. The senior executives in the group. I had someone set up cameras and listening devices around your house in advance. So under the instructions of Xiao Yuanqi, the people in the group began to operate the computer. Adjust the surveillance footage to the large screen. Several elders in the group exchanged a smile. And let your trusted subordinate step forward. You all should watch carefully and learn well. Don't look at others now as they are still newcomers. Perhaps in the near future. We are about to take your place. Only in the surveillance footage. The unlucky person has already sneaked into your house. The entire process was carried out without even a single unnecessary sound. It is sufficient to see the professionalism and brilliance of this guy's approach. And through the surveillance footage next to it, it can be clearly seen. In the bedroom on the 2nd floor. You are lying on the bed snoring soundly. Even a single turn has not been made. Several elders exchanged subconscious glances. I looked at Xiao Yuancha, who was sitting at the top. Isn't it strange? This damn unlucky guy has already entered the house. The anti-Japanese activists seem to be still sleeping. Xiao Yuancha analyzed calmly. He must have other arrangements. We'd better read on patiently. If we miss any other details, it would be unfortunate. The executives whispered among themselves for a few moments. More than 10 pairs of eyes once again turned to the big screen in unison. After all, it's a roadside surveillance camera. The range of vision is still limited. The best angle can only show you the second-floor bedroom of your house. As for other places, we can only obtain the sound through the eavesdropping device. But in the next second, a sudden cry of surprise came from the eavesdropping device. Immediately there was another snap. It sounds like something falling to the ground. There was another slight groan from behind. The sound is odd. It's not like the kind of noise made by ordinary people at all. It sounds more like having one's throat cut open. In a state of air leakage, this series of activities is quite significant. For the elders of the assassin organization, it is both puzzling and exciting. Nanny, what is this sound? Could it be that something unexpected has happened to the anti-Japanese activists? It can't be that the damn unlucky guy succeeded, right? However, the surveillance footage on the large screen doesn't even move. Only the bug worked. But after the series of strange noises subsided, the eavesdropping device also fell silent. Only your snoring sound remains. At this point, let alone the elders. Even Lian Xiao Yuanqi, who was the president, could not resist the temptation to listen. Hey, find someone smarter. Go and see what happened. A deft young man promptly left the office. I'll head towards your house. However, I just arrived at your doorstep. I smelled a strong smell of blood. Xiao Yuanqi is waiting for news. I received a reply from my younger brother immediately. Big brother. The junior at the investigation site was out of breath on the other end of the phone. Dead and dead. That guy died. The elders present became anxious upon hearing my younger brother's reply. Several of them stood up from the sofa. Who died? You, his mother, make it clear to me. Danzi, unlucky Danzi. That guy died. Died in the living room. There are still 2 forks and knives stuck in his throat. The younger brother's tone sounded extremely excited and impatient. One side meticulously and comprehensively described the situation on the scene. Reported to Qiao Yuanqiao. When you wake up and see yourself lying on the ground with 2 knives and forks sticking out of your body, the unfortunate soul who has already passed away, leaving behind a hardened corpse. I was so scared that I wet my diaper. What's going on? Why did I wake up early to find a corpse lying in my own home? Although you feel that the guy lying on the ground looks quite familiar. But this guy died with a lingering grievance. And the expression is overly distorted. So you really didn't recognize it at first. Just when you are still trying to recall, the person from the shore called you. Truly remarkable, the anti-Japanese activists. The task of upgrading the killer has been successfully completed by you. The excited voice of Chicheng Ishua instantly came out from the phone. Only then did you remember. Isn't the guy lying on the ground the traitor in the organization? But due to this guy's skillful methods, you have no intention of completing this task at all. So what's the current situation? This guy died in such a mysterious way. Died in your home. The amount of information this morning is overwhelming. Your CPU is about to burn out from overwork. At this moment you saw the knife and fork stuck in the unfortunate person's body. A preposterous thought instantly occupies your mind. This guy won't be the same as he was last night. Accidentally tripped by a wooden board. Then you were unluckily killed by the dropped knife and fork. At this time the sincerity in the phone continued to be expressed by Qi Shui. Right, you don't have to worry about this corpse. The handling personnel we dispatched arrived after 10 minutes. We will handle it well. After hanging up the phone, you will receive a bonus of 10 million for this task. And the level of the killer has also been upgraded from black iron to bronze, although you still don't quite understand what exactly happened so far. But the feeling of earning tens of millions just by lying down is really cool. It seems that I can go and spend heavily in the brothel recently. Soon a group of thugs disguised as employees of a domestic service company arrived at your home. A professional is a professional. You haven't even finished one game yet. The younger brothers have already cleaned up the scene. However, the cleaned up younger brother didn't leave immediately. Among them, the younger brother who was more daring stepped forward and asked directly. That anti-Japanese activist senior. Can I take a photo with you? You were stunned in place for a moment when you heard this. What the hell? I also want to. Me too. Senior anti-Japanese activists, please take a photo with me. With the first junior's opening, suddenly more followers stepped forward. In no time at all, almost all the younger brothers gathered around excitedly. I've heard of your reputation as the strongest newcomer for a long time. Today I even made a special trip to your home to clean up the scene. I heard that you did it effortlessly. This solved the problem of the traitor that had been a headache for the organization for a long time. It's really amazing. I also want to become a killer like the anti-Japanese senior. Upon hearing that your embarrassed toes almost dug out a 3-bedroom apartment. Hahaha, it's not as amazing as you said. If these guys knew. This has been a headache for the organization for many days. Also eliminated the internal spy of more than 10 silver killers. Just because it was stabbed to death by the knife and fork you just placed on the table. I wonder what expression he will have. At this very moment. The reprimand from the leader of the cleanup team alleviated your embarrassment. Have you forgotten what the chairman instructed? When cleaning up the scene, don't cause trouble for anti-Japanese activists. Be careful, I'll report this matter to the president later. Let you eat and take away. How could it be like this? Just taking a photo together. The younger brothers immediately burst into a chorus of complaints. But I can't disobey the team leader's orders. Had to quietly pack up and leave. After seeing the younger brothers leaving the room one after another. The captain, who was serious just now. Instantly he put on a sycophantic face. Anti-Japanese activists of the past. You don't have to worry about these annoying guys. Let's take a photo together first. Finally, after the guys who were cleaning up the scene withdrew, you received another call from Chicheng Ishua, a person from the shore. How do you feel? New bronze killer anti-Japanese activist. Do you want to try a bronze level task? Hearing this you looked blankly. What are you doing? Really treat you like a donkey in the production team. This just completed one and now it's time to move on to the next one. And from the tone of the people on the shore one can tell. This task seems to be much more difficult than the usual ones. It's okay, anti-Japanese activists. The tasks I have prepared for you have all been carefully selected. The one with the highest bounty. Ensure that you won't suffer losses or be deceived by doing it. Chicheng Ishua is smilingly conveying information to you here. The task has been sent. You remember to check it. Mission objective, Shigeo Kamita. The last location where it appeared was Shinjuku Ward. The mission requires that no survivors be left. The reward for the task is 12 million. At the end of the task page, the photo of Kamita Shigeo is being displayed. Pot-bellied. Upper body suit. It seems like this guy's stomach is about to burst from all the food he's eating. Even the Kamita Shigeo in this photo. Still laughing, thinking he's so cool. A leering expression. The greasy ones can even alarm the US troops next door. You see, this is Kamita Shigeo in the photo. Suddenly my stomach churned with nausea. Originally this guy relied on his high position in the financial group. Often take advantage of their positions to behave like hooligans and follow unspoken rules. Many girls have been victimized by this guy. So there is more than one client this time. The bounty is also very high. It was directly mentioned as a bronze task. However, after you finish reading the task, just threw the phone aside. Regardless of the task. Let's first let the guy go and spend a few days indulging in the local brothel. Anyway, even if something goes wrong with the task, the people on the shore will inform you immediately. And the sincere Ishua, who had been hung up on the phone, was laughing happily. Because he is familiar with this plot. When the killer was upgrading their task before, you also started off with a demeanor of putting off and resisting. In the end he still decisively dealt with that unlucky fellow. So after midnight, after resting at home for a day, you are ready to go out for a meal. Result, because you were too excited. I didn't notice the low cement blocks under my feet at all. Kicked up without any preparation. The sleeping trough hurt so much. You stumbled. Body swayed. He crashed into a fruit shop nearby. Fruits displayed outside the fruit shop. Suddenly it rained down all over the ground. This series of activities is quite significant. Even the passing truck drivers couldn't help but take a second glance. The result is just a glance. The distracted truck driver ran a red light. The truck driver was so scared that his soul flew away on the spot. Instinctively I slammed on the brakes. The hands also fiercely gripped the steering wheel. But it's already too late. The next moment a clash was heard. A hapless fatty by the roadside was directly knocked flying by a truck. The onlookers on the road instantly turned into a mess. Come quickly, someone. Hurry up and call an ambulance. You are also attracted by the scene ahead at this moment. Instinctively I squeezed forward to watch the fun. However, you always feel that this unlucky fatty looks somewhat familiar. It seems like I've seen you somewhere before. Half an hour later. You received a call from someone on the mainland again. Anti-Japanese activists. You are truly remarkable. The task was completed so quickly. The news from the people on the shore can't be sorted out for you directly. You just went out for a stroll. How did I complete the task? However, the people on the shore seem to have become accustomed to your reply. He continued to speak excitedly on the other end of the phone. It turns out that anti-Japanese activists are skilled at using car accidents as a type of accident. If things continue like this, perhaps the large vehicle drivers in island countries, it's going to become a high-risk profession, isn't it? Upon hearing that, you instantly thought, the unfortunate fatty who was just hit and killed by a truck. No wonder you feel familiar. So I've seen it on the task page. You saw the 12 million yuan credited to your account once again on your phone. Can't help but secretly sigh. It seems that the profession of a killer suits me well. If I could properly learn the professional knowledge of being an assassin, would the benefits obtained also increase exponentially? It can be considered as finding some proper work for myself. But before that, you have to go to the brothel and spend a lot of money. I haven't been there for a while. You must miss the long-legged black stockings in the store very much. But on the other side, the assassin organization is not so leisurely. Organizational veteran Tu Feng Jianyi has been experiencing a lot of difficulties recently. These top killers in his hands. Recent frequent losses. Another one was arrested by the police while carrying out a task. The harmful organization lost both its wife and soldiers. Fortunately, President Xiao Yuanxia was considerate of him as a senior member. Didn't say much. But the chairman didn't say. It doesn't mean he can swallow this insult in his heart. His grandmother's. Why do you have so many Trump assassins under your command? Even the newcomer, the anti-Japanese activist, is more experienced in handling affairs. A killer's work is impeccable. That's what a killer is called. The one who revealed his tracks was discovered by the enemy. That's all just stupid. Tu Feng Jianyi felt increasingly angry as he thought about it. At this moment, Tu Feng Jianyi suddenly slapped his thigh, laughing excitedly. It seems like he has thought of something that makes him extremely excited. Although the chairman stipulated that we cannot recruit people from other onshore personnel. But you never said that our assassins can't learn from others. The next night, you are just about to go out to spend money at a brothel. I found a big and burly scarred man standing at your doorstep, still wearing sunglasses. It looks very imposing. Seeing this, you immediately tilted your head. My heart skipped a beat and I secretly cried out, "Oh no." The brain is spinning rapidly, pondering where he might have offended such a person. However, in the next second, the scarred man in front of him suddenly took off his sunglasses. I bowed deeply to you. Still the standard 90 degrees. "Hello, master." "Not sir. I am called Manhua Yang. Is also a member serving the organization. Today's visit. I hope to become a disciple of your esteemed school. Please sir, take me as your disciple." You are simply filled with confusion when you see this scene. I haven't heard anyone from the organization mention about becoming a disciple. Could it be that the president of the organization has high hopes for you? I specially sent a new person here to assist you. Before you thought. Everyone in this assassin organization is in a state of being left to their own devices. Even if they are in the same industry. We don't meet easily in our daily lives. But you have to think it through before you do this job. Taking on a disciple is not an easy task. So you said to him with a perplexed expression, "I'm not planning to do it for the time being." The result was that the words had not yet fallen, only to see something flash before them. Manhua Yang had a bank card in his hand, but he didn't know when it appeared. "Master, there are 50 million in this bank card. It's what I specially do to show respect to my master. Please accept it with a smile, master." Manhua Yang speaks with conviction. Said seriously. Your eyes light up upon seeing this situation. Snatched the bank card, happily patting Manhua's pants on the shoulder. "I saw it from the moment you walked in. You must be a very studious person. I decided to take this disciple. Even if Tian Wang Laozi comes, he can't be stopped." Haha, really? Thank you, master. Manhua Yang are also happy. Kneel down on the spot. The head hit the ground 3 times, thud thud thud. "So master, where shall we start?" A simple program runs to completion. Manhua Yang looks at you and rubs his hands excitedly. You glanced at the time and said casually, "Universal Studios has opened. Let's go for a stroll first." Result, as soon as I stepped out the door, Mei Chuan, a professional killer, wears pants. We maintain a high level of vigilance at all times, frantically scanning everyone in the field of vision. This also made the guy's already gloomy face even worse. It looks even more gloomy. Hey, take it easy, newcomer. We're just out for fun. You gave Mei Chuan's pants a puzzled glance. Mei Chuan's pants somewhat embarrassedly touched the back of his head. I'm not afraid you'll laugh at me if I tell you, master. I have gotten used to it. The beginning of the line is always like this. Just follow your master in the future. Don't be so nervous. You also comforted Mei Chuan's pants. Right at this moment, you suddenly see overhead. The red and green traffic lights were swaying in the wind. A shaky appearance. Hey, let's stand back a bit. Seeing this, you immediately moved to the side, and he didn't forget to pull up Mei Chuan's pants. In case that thing suddenly falls down and hits you both. That would be troublesome. Mei Chuan's pants just took 2 steps back after you pulled them. I haven't figured out why yet. Suddenly a commotion erupted in the traffic. Only a sports car with brake failure was seen. The sports car was almost spinning in circles. Flew out from where you were originally standing. With a thud, it crashed into a nearby gift shop. Seeing this situation, Mei Chuan's pants instantly had a pupil earthquake. A look of having seen a ghost. Rely on. This car just flew past, almost grazing his body. If this is still standing in its original position, I'm afraid he must have flown into the gift shop along with that sports car. Mei Chuan's pants looked at the scene of the car accident. I looked at you beside me, who was calm, shocked expression. Could it be that master did it in an instant? Did you calculate the angle at which this sports car flew over? Even the distance is well judged. It's exactly where he was standing before. No wonder, master. He can casually create so many perfect accidents. So this is where the root lies. Such small details that even he would not pay attention to on ordinary days. Surprisingly, I was utilized by my master so perfectly, so consummate. Such observation. Such computing power. Such responsiveness. What a miraculous brain this is. Even if he can only learn a bit of what his master knows, I'm afraid his strength will increase by several levels. Putting aside the group of people of the same level as him from a distance, you can even sit and rise together with the killer elder. The more I think about it, the gaze of Mei Chuan's pants became increasingly intense. It's almost like your back of the head is burning, leaving 2 holes. Master, I know. I may not be able to learn all of your skills, but I will do my utmost to learn one of them well, and carry forward and glorify. You will definitely not be disappointed. Mei Chuan's pants and eyes seemed to be glowing. I bowed 90 degrees towards you again. It's your turn to look perplexed. What is this guy saying? Did the car accident just now shock this newcomer? In the end, he's just a newcomer. Even without broad experience, one can still understand. Haha, okay. Then take your time to learn. But you can't say anything about it. We can't just erase this child's interest, can we? He had no choice but to cough twice. Patted Mei Chuan's shoulder encouragingly. However, what none of you know is, in a corner of the dark place, the killer Matsumoto Yi dispatched by Shimada Group, under the cover of the staff around them dressed in doll costumes, looking over here with a murderous gaze. At this moment, an indescribable sense of crisis surged up in Mei Chuan's mind. The killer's instinct instantly made him alert. The gaze suddenly swept around. Sure enough, in the next second, he saw a man not far away who was frequently looking in their direction. I saw the face of the person who came. Mei Chuan's pants suddenly turned dark. Wait, isn't that his mother, the killer Matsumoto Yi from the Shimada Group? I raised my eyes and saw Mei Chuan wearing his pants with a stinky face. Suddenly he casually asked, "What's going on?" Mei Chuan's pants reported honestly, "Master, there are assassins from other groups around here, and he's very likely coming for us." Hearing this, you instantly panicked. Just wanted to call on Mei Chuan and run away together. But I heard the arrogant tone of Mei Chuan's pants. What level is this? You still dare to assassinate us? Master, please don't trouble yourself to take action. I'll take care of this guy. After saying that, I saw Mei Chuan take advantage of the moment when tourists were passing by to take off his pants. One dodge and he disappeared into the crowd.